Hi guys, welcome to another top 3 video. Today we're going to talk all about the top 3 Salamanders relics. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell in the bottom corner so you know each time we release one of these videos. So number 3 on the list then is the Tome of Velcona. It's a really cool relic because what it lets you do is take an extra power from the Promethean discipline in addition to any powers you already know. So what you can do is you can take powers from the regular Marine psychic power table and then know an additional power from the Promethean discipline. And it's especially cool because what you want in a Salamander's army is the unkillable captain. He is what all the rage is about. And what you can do is you can take the extra power as Drake skin from the Promethean discipline, which adds another +1 toughness to that guy. And then you could take Might of Heroes from the Space Marine one and give him another +1 toughness. So you can give a character +2 toughness with this. And also you get +1 to cast as well. Only for powers on the Promethean discipline, that's to note, but it means you get Drake skin off on a 5. And that's really reliable. Giving +2 to any Salamander's unit is really good, but to a character is especially good. Number 2 on the list is Vulcan's Sigil. Vulcan Sigil is great because it gives the bearer +1 attack. So this is what you put on a captain that you want to make really tough in combat. So you give him Vulcan Sigil, he gets +1 attack, give him something like a Thunder Hammer, which is incredible already. And then what it also does is once per game in the fight phase, he can reveal like the Vulcan Sigil, he can like pop it off, whatever it's called, and he rallies everyone around him. And then all Salamander's units within 6 inches get +1 attack for that fight phase. It's really good on things like Blade Guard veterans because they already have 3 attacks base, +1 when they get charged or are charging, then another +1 from this relic. So, you know, like 3 Blade Guard would get 16 attacks, which is insane. A unit of 6 of them, a full unit of 6 of them, which you would normally have as like the bodyguard guarding your characters centrally in the middle of your army. If they get into combat and you pop this relic, they've got 31 attacks, which is insanely tough, especially if they're near a captain and they've got reroll ones to hit. So he makes everybody around him really good for one fight phase in the game. But more importantly, what it does is it then means he also gets 2 attacks for that phase because he gets 1 as standard for having the relic, then he gets 1 in the turn he reveals the relic. So he gets 2 attacks, and if he's got a Thunder Hammer, he's wading in there with 7, 8 attacks, maybe 9 if you've got Might of Heroes on him. So that makes him especially tough, and it also buffs everyone around him in combat. Number 1 for me though has got to be the Salamander's mantle. There's no way that this isn't number 1 because this is the key to making that unkillable Salamander's captain. So you combo this with a few things. The first thing you combo it with is Forge Master. So Forge Master Warlord trait would make him +2 toughness. You take him on a bike for +1 toughness. So just on a bike and Forge Master, he's toughness 7. Then you've got that, you know, that librarian in your army that makes him toughness 8 with Might of Heroes, and then toughness 9 with Drake skin. So you've got a toughness 9 character running around the board, and then you put this relic on him, the Salamander's mantle, and every time you resolve an attack against him, you subtract 1 from the wound roll. So that's from shooting and combat. So he's toughness 9 and he's -1 to be wounded. So, you know, even like other units that are strength 8 in combat, or with shooting like missile launchers and stuff like that, they would normally wound him on 5s anyway, and then with -1 to wound, he's being wounded on 6s. Imagine that. A unit with Thunder Hammers wounding just a guy on a bike on 6s. So this guy just runs around and he's a one-man wrecking crew, goes around on his own. You can give him the Never Give Up Warlord trait as well as an additional Warlord trait. And what that does is he picks a unit every turn and they gain the objective secured rule. So he can do that on himself. So he can be an objective secured guy on a bike, moving 20 inches a turn, stealing people's primaries off them. And he's insanely hard to kill, being toughness 9 with -1 to wound. So those are my top 3 Salamander's relics. If you have any that have been working especially well for you, please leave them in the comments below for everybody to share. And until the next video, guys, see you later.